Dave Pickett, live from Norway, is in the Bastard Den. What's up, Dave? How you doing, man?
JimmyK, what's happening, man? Rocker E, how are you guys?
Doing great, buddy.
What's going on, man?
Dave, so you made the big new move to Norway. Tell us about the fatherland. How is it out there, man?
Everything is going awesome. These people are really great. I've got nothing but great reception from everybody about moving out here. Stand-up comedy is going really well. Scored myself a job as a house MC where we're having our comedy shows, which is a pretty, I guess, relatively famous club called Checkpoint Charlie. It's famous for punk and metal shows.
Oh, yeah.
And, everything's going really freaking awesome, man.
Nice, man. What's the comedy scene like out there compared to what you're used to here in Madison?
It's different. The town I live in right now is Stavanger, Norway. It's southern Norway, and the population is about the same size as Madison. It's about 250,000 people. It's educated people. You know, it's very similar in a lot of ways. But stand-up, first, the Norwegians are very reserved people. So some of their comics are, it's almost, I don't want to say dry, but that dry sense of humor, very calm paced kind of thing. So they trip out on me.
I bet.
Yeah, it's a little
mean?
bit of a change up, isn't it?
And you're the big scary guy too, man.
You know, and I don't have, and I have to peel it back. I have to peel it back quite a bit. You know what I mean? And it goes well because I don't have to do much to leave an impression on them.
You're like Andrew Dice Clay out there.
You know, it's much. My wife suspects that what I'm doing is much more like what they see from American TV, I suppose.
Sure.
So they really enjoy it. It's going really well, and I've been scoring corporate gigs. I did a house party when I first moved out here, which was freaking awesome. Yeah, I did. I did that whole. I told them why crack sucks and heroin is awesome.
Yeah, I love that one.
And then I asked them. I said it was about 18 people in this house party. 18 people I just met, and I said, you guys want to get weird? And they're like, yeah. I go, raise your hands. Who wants to get weird? And they all raised their hands. So I told him the whole bloody vagina story.
Jim, I don't think you heard that because he told that at his roast.
I was not at the roast. I missed the roast.
It is a wonderful, awful, disgusting story, but it's awesome. And someday, Dave, you've got to let Jim hear that because he will laugh while he's throwing up.
I think it's up on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere. You know.
It's the next time I should be back out there by summer. And Jimmy, I will give you your own personal private read. You'll love it.
Nice.
Now,
you'll never be the same.
Dave, I know that there's some kind of peculiar process that you have to go through to actually get whatever you call it, citizenship or to become a nationalist there in Norway. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I am going through what I'm shooting for right now is just residency. And we had to file an extension because as of December 15th, I was supposed to leave Norway, just leave and go to, I was planning on Amsterdam and
there
then
you
come
go.
back.
Screw that now.
Why not, right?
Can't imagine why you would want to do that.
Exactly. But the situation is, since my wife is the Norwegian who went abroad and created a family, got married and created a family, come back, she has to have a job and be able to show that she can support myself, her, and our child. And I cannot get a tax ID number until she gets a job. So I'm just kind of in a limbo. I'm able to do stand-up, but I can only make a little bit more here pretty soon before my booker has to keep all the money until I get a tax ID number, and then she'll be able to pay me out. So you're only able to make a couple thousand kroner per year kind of thing, and I've pretty much already hit that. So it's once she gets a job, then I can get a tax ID number, and then I can get a job. And then I'm pretty much a resident. I'm not really looking to become a citizen or anything. I think I'm considered an expat, an expatriate, but I don't exactly know what all that means. The plan was to pretty much come here for 10 years and then come back to the States. So I really wasn't looking for
I think it means you got traded to the Bills. That's what that is. So you actually you ran into somebody that folks here in the States would certainly be familiar with, the guy of Jackass fame.
We went last Monday. We went to see Steve-O on the last date of his European stand-up comedy tour, and then this week he was in Los Angeles. He absolutely kicked ass. They loved him, and it was really great. And I went up and I talked to him, and I talked him into doing a 5-minute interview for us. And that 5 minutes actually ended up turning into about 22 minutes about his feelings on stand-up comedy and where he's going with it. He was absolutely phenomenal. He's such a great guy. He says he's sober. I believe it. He was munching on carrots and stuff backstage. You know what I mean? We talked about NA a little bit and stuff. But he was absolute prince, man. He was very, very awesome. Very, very cool guy. And we got a great interview out of it.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Dave, why don't you hang out a little bit? We're going to spin a couple tunes here in the Bastard. And Dave Pickett, live from Norway. We're going to play tunes and keep him on his long-distance call here.
Just because that's the kind of bastards we are.
When we come back, we'll ask Dave about drugs, lutefisk,
Yeah.
and Norwegian pines, or something like that.